Welcome to Hitman Boxing. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Gervonta Tank Davis says that Vasyl Lomachenko is in a draw. He says that he wants to fight someone who's going to bring more than 3,400 fans to an arena. You know, he said Lomachenko's still fighting at the MGM. And, you know, in his last fight, you know, it looked like he was fighting in the bingo hall. I don't know, where he fought Jason Sosa. Didn't look like it was a very big venue, and it really wasn't. Let's be honest. You know, I wonder what their paydays are when you compare them. I mean, can someone point me in the direction of what Gervonta Davis's last payday was in comparison to Vasyl Lomachenko? I mean, I can only surmise that both of these dudes are making $1 million or at least close to $1 million per fight, right? That's what I'm thinking. But let's be honest here. When you start saying stuff like that about Lomachenko, most people believe that Lomachenko is the best fighter at 130, right? So, I mean, this is what it is. I don't think Floyd wants Gervonta to fight Lomachenko, because we see Lomachenko's skills, whether you hate him or you love him. And I can talk all types of shit about Lomachenko all day because of that loss he's got to Salido. But be honest, Lomachenko's the best at 130. Like, he's the best at 130. You know, I like Tank. I like his fighting style. But at this point in time, do I think he beats Lomachenko? I don't know. I really don't know, to be honest with you. I would more so lean towards Lomachenko winning that fight. And I've said this before. In fact, I go back and forth with it a lot, because sometimes I see Tank and I say he got that dog in him. He got fast hands, he got power, speed. But then when I see Lomachenko fight, he doesn't have the same power, but his footwork is phenomenal. Hand speed is phenomenal. He's a very tricky fighter. I don't see how you train for somebody like Lomachenko. You know, Gervonta can be very aggressive, as we saw in his last fight against Liam Smith, right? Over in the UK, and he just completely beat the shit out of him, man. So I'm trying to figure out who you trying to fight if you're not trying to fight Lomachenko at 130. Like, who are you trying to fight that's going to bring more than 3,400 fans? If we're not talking about somebody who's, you know, of Hispanic descent or someone from the UK, right? But the thing is, the fight that everybody wants to see is Lomachenko versus Gervonta Davis. And Gervonta Davis says that at some point they'll meet, right? He says that down the road they'll meet. Now, to me, that tells me that he's not looking for no static with this dude right now. Now, we could definitely say, okay, Lomachenko's promoted by Bob Arum, and Gervonta Davis is promoted by Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather and Bob Arum don't really see eye to eye on a lot of things. They still have a beef, if you will, right? So that fight would be difficult to make, but it could get made if there's enough money involved. And right now there isn't enough money involved. But why couldn't Tank have fought Lomachenko on the Mayweather-McGregor undercard, right? I mean, that's logical, right? I mean, what's wrong with that? What would have been wrong with that? Okay, a lot of people will say, okay, again, he doesn't want Bob getting any piece of that pie when it comes to McGregor, right? I understand that. Cool. But I'm just trying to figure out who Tank is going to fight. Who's he supposed to fight? Who's a bigger name at 130 than Vasyl Lomachenko? Like, who? At 130, excuse me. Who's a bigger name? Are you going to move up? And I could definitely see Tank moving up to 135. You know, I'm not sure where Tank will level off in his career. I'm not sure if he's going to go as high as 140, but it seems like he's kind of killing himself to make 130 at the moment, at least in my opinion. I guess maybe a fight with Mikey Garcia might be more lucrative if he were to move up to 135. That's a big fight, right? If we're just going to discredit Lomachenko like he ain't really shit. I mean, a lot of people talk shit about Lomachenko, man, and it's because of that loss. It's that loss to Salido, and he never avenged that loss. But you got to be honest, man. Lomachenko's nice. Like, he's nice with that shit. He's nice. Now, as far as him being pound for pound top 5? No, I don't say that. I just think, you know, his fighting style is very exciting. Just like Tank's. Tank has a very fan-friendly fighting style. So why would I not want to see both of these two dudes fight? Regardless of who wins or loses, I think it's a good fight. I really do. And I want to see that fight. I don't want to wait 5, 7 years for that fight. Lomachenko is what, 29, right? This dude, he's following Mayweather's blueprint a little too closely. A little too closely for my, you know, a little too close. So I don't know. I don't know where he gets this. Lomachenko's not a draw, I guess, but maybe he isn't a draw. I don't know, man. I never look at the numbers. Y'all gotta let me know. Is Lomachenko a draw? I mean, is Tank a draw? Is he a draw? I don't know. Mikey Garcia is the only name that comes to mind as far as like Tank fighting somebody that's a draw, but that requires him to move up to 135. You know, possibly 140. So I don't know. I really don't know what to make of Tank's career, but obviously he's doing a slow build. Floyd is making sure they keep him out of harm's way. And I think that's going to prolong his career in the sport of boxing. But as far as us getting, you know, good fights that we want to see, Lomachenko, Tank, I don't think we're going to get that fight anytime soon, man. And it sucks. It really does. You know, I can say what I want to about both of these dudes, to be honest. But, you know, most of the times you got Lomachenko fans who are very one-dimensional in their thought process. And you have Tank fans who are very one-dimensional in their thought process. Because for you to say that Lomachenko's not nice, I mean, you must not have seen him fight, okay? You haven't seen the guy fight. And, you know, you could say he's got that loss to Salido. And, you know, of course I take jabs at all these fighters. But at the end of the day, Lomachenko's nice. Y'all saw what he did to Jason Sosa. You saw what he did to Nicholas Walters, Gary Russell Jr., Rocky Martinez. Isn't Rocky Martinez about to fight Gervonta Tank Davis? Don't both of these dudes got fights coming up against people we don't want to see them fight? I don't want to see either one of these two dudes fight their next opponents. I don't want to see it. Rocky Martinez is getting knocked out. And the dude Lomachenko fighting, he already lost before he fought Lomachenko. So that's another thing. Y'all pick and choose who y'all want to talk shit about. I talk shit about everybody. I don't have any allegiance to any of these fighters like some of y'all do. Again, Lomachenko's fighting a dude coming off a loss, and Rocky Martinez for Tank, are you kidding me? That's the fights you want to see? That dude puts more than 3,400 people in a stadium? All right, bet. Cool. I want to see who... You know what? Lomachenko got to fight your boy Rigondeaux too. That's another dude he got to fight. He got to fight Rigondeaux. Tank. I wonder if Tank could fight... I don't know, man. I don't know who else Tank could fight. Y'all drop some names. Y'all drop some good opponents for Tank. Other than Lomachenko, but he's steadily taking shots at him, man. But he's protected by Mayweather, you know. And Lomachenko can't even speak English, so he can't throw shots. Hitman Boxing, drop a comment, like the video, subscribe. I'm out.
You niggas steady ignoring greatness. A pallbearer what you need when I come undertake it. This hostile takeover by the chill hover. I got the blueprints, I really do this, so move on over. Stay in your lane, nigga, stay in your lane. You steady running at the guns, but fucking suck at the game. Ain't it a shame? It really is. My words evoke fear. I teach you lessons that'll have you breaking down in tears. Call me Joe Clark with a baseball bat. Chaining up the doors and spelling all these niggas from rap. Cause they kill your brain cells, son. How don't you see it? They steady brainwashing you and then repeating, but 'tis the season for chill waves. I bring about change, but not Obama, cause this nation I will never claim. I got my sights aimed at the top spot on the chop block.